G'day Guardians, Roguey here, bringing you another Destiny build. With Bungie's 30th anniversary DLC dungeon coming out next week, heralds the return of what just might be the most famous exotic weapon in Destiny 2's history. That's right, if you've been living under a blight, Gjallarhorn is back. If you were one of the lucky few who on that fateful day of Friday the 19th of December 2014 had enough strange coins, you had just unknowingly bought a weapon that would leave its mark on the Destiny 2 franchise for the next 7 years. For all the new light players out there that didn't get a chance to try Gjallarhorn, let's go through what Gally did and why it was so well received. But before we do, I just wanted to call out that Matt and I are hosting a giveaway over the next 2 weeks where one lucky subscriber will win a copy of Destiny 2's The Witch Queen DLC. To enter, check out the details in the description. When you think about the madness that is possible in the current Destiny 2 sandbox, Gally probably doesn't sound that wild. Upon hitting its target, the rocket would explode into high damage seekers, similar to a hunter's skip grenade. This was incredibly useful for taking down targets with massive hitboxes like Atheon or Sepix Prime, where the seekers would instantly track the target you just hit, adding a massive burst of additional damage. So why did this rocket cause so much impact on Destiny as we know it? Well, back in Destiny 1, exotics didn't grow on trees like they do today. Having an exotic engram drop was already difficult enough, completely RNG based, but then decrypting that engram didn't even guarantee you exotic loot. So before Bungie made the big change to the loot system, Xur was our main source of exotic weaponry. Well, if Xur was selling Gally and exotics were so rare, doesn't that just mean that everyone would have gotten it? On that fateful day, many, like myself, saw an overpriced heavy weapon with a not so exciting perk. How wrong we were. Xur would proceed to avoid stacking Gjallarhorn for what seemed like the longest time, with Guardians everywhere hoping that this week would be the one that Xur has the goods. Alright Guardians, history class is over, let's get into the build. To celebrate Gally being back, we are creating a simple but effective rocket-focused build that is going to help us unleash the carnage that this weapon is best known for. To do that, we're going to be running the Hunter Exotic Arms Sealed Ahamkara Grasps. These arms have a pretty simple perk. They reload our equipped weapon when we deal melee damage. Combine this with Marksman Dodge and we'll be able to fire off a volley of rockets in quick succession. To make our volley more impressive, we are running 2 copies of Argent Ordnance, increasing the damage of our rockets, Supercharge, so we can get up to 4 stacks of the Godslayer warheads, and of course, Taking Charge, since we'll be generating orbs with our primary weapons along the way to any mages or bosses. So by now, I'm sure you've all put together just how this build is going to play out. We're using melee and dodge roll to instantly reload our rockets. One thing to keep an eye out for is the internal cooldown that Sealed Ahamkara Grasp has on its reload perk. Unfortunately, this takes about 8 seconds or so before your next melee will reload your weapon. Another unfortunate side effect is we don't actually get to see when that perk comes off cooldown. It's not like Lucky Pants where we actually get a little notification in the form of a debuff that we are unable to activate its damage perk again, so you really just got to get a feel for it. This means we want to start our reload rotation with a melee. I like to use Revenant as it gives us 2 melee charges, which helps for the second rotation. So the combo plays out like this. We fire off a rocket, melee, shoot off a rocket, dodge roll, rocket, reload, rocket, melee, rocket, dodge roll, rocket. Now there's not many targets in the game that can survive such a barrage, considering our first 4 rockets are receiving the Godslayer warhead buff provided by Argent Ordnance. It's also important to remember that Gally had 3 rockets in reserve and 2 in the clip, so 5 rockets total. If this remains unchanged, we'll only actually need to get off 2 reloads before expending all of our ammo. Now let's look a little bit more closely at our reload combo. Champions on Master difficulty can only survive 3 rockets. 2 will get them within finisher range. So it's important to perfect the first half of our reload combo. The Withering Blade is the best option as far as melees go, as it's got an instant cast time, quick travel speed, and is very accurate, meaning you'll be able to fire off that second rocket within milliseconds of the first. As for dodge roll, we don't need to do anything special to proc the reload. It's not like Gambler's Dodge, where we need to be within range of an enemy to get the full refresh. I like to dodge roll forwards or backwards, that way our target is just straight ahead. We don't need to readjust our sights, allowing you to shoot off a rocket instantly. I've got to say, I've really been enjoying this build for solo Lost Sectors. Rolling up on a boss or champion who by now is expecting to be taken out by a linear fusion rifle or Vex Mythoclast, but to their surprise are instantly disintegrated by a tactical nuke. I've been using Heathen Vengeance with Overflow and Cluster Bomb, and Tomorrow's Answer with Ambitious Assassin and Cluster Bomb as well. While rockets are currently not in the meta and will get out DPS by a linear fusion rifle, thanks to particle deconstruction, I believe that Gjallarhorn has the power to change this. Who knows, maybe next season we'll see a mod that buffs rockets. Even still, if Gally doesn't live up to the hype and isn't that same dominating force like it was in Destiny 1, I think just the nostalgia factor alone will see people using Gjallarhorn for many months to come. With only a few days left before the 30th anniversary DLC drops, my excitement is starting to peak. While Season of the Lost had some exciting story beats, Astral Alignment really underwhelmed me as our match-made activity for the season. Here's to hoping Dares of Eternity can deliver. I'll see you next time, Guardians. I do also want to give a very special shout out to one of my clanmates, It's Gonk, who was kind enough to help me get some footage of Gjallarhorn back from Destiny 1. You're an absolute legend, mate. So proud to be part of the Flaming Galahs alongside you.